week at Manhood Development Camp, we had the privilege of hearing from two very excellent speakers and presenters. The first was Nathan Wright with Excel Etiquette. He came in and did an etiquette class for our young men. Our second speaker was Sylvester Ball, who's a consultant and trainer and has the opportunity to travel the country. And he did a talk about developing your ish, integrity, self-evaluation, and honesty. Let's listen in.
It's good to look. See, when you get to be my age, you can look forward or you can look backwards. Okay, so I'm looking simultaneously forward and I'm looking backwards. Forward, I'm looking at you 20 years from now. Backwards, I'm looking back to my childhood when I was your age. You got to teach a lesson here. Okay, now, I'm going to move on to another little subject. I want to make a comparison while I set the table. I want to make a comparison with etiquette and sports. Okay? Etiquette and sports. Well, etiquette is a discipline, and so is sports. So my point being, you can't play the game unless you learn the rules. You know what Tiger Woods is doing, right? But if you don't know the rules of the game, you don't know what Tiger Woods is doing. He's just doing something. I don't know what he's doing. In order to understand what Tiger Woods is doing, you have to learn the rules of the game. Everybody agree to that? Yes. In order to play the game well, you have to learn the rules and respect the rules. So etiquette is the same thing now. The game is like this. The game is a money game. Okay? I brought my book of etiquette rules. Like they have a book of basketball rules, football rules, chess rules, golf rules, where there's a book of etiquette rules. You see? And the way this game is played, the less you know about that game, the rules of that game, the less money you're going to make in the world. See, it translates into money. This is a capitalistic society. See, the game of capitalism is learning how to invest your money into something that's going to give you a return on your investment. That's how that works. If you invest $1, you want to get $1.50 back. You can't invest $1 and get 50 cents back. You ain't made no money, right? Okay, that's capitalism. Now, I'm not a big fan of capitalism, but that's the only thing we have right now. Think about abolishing this system because it's a criminal system. It's a criminal enterprise. Okay? Why is it a criminal enterprise? Because it takes advantage of you. It exploits you. It sticks you up. It robs you. See, that's why it's a criminal enterprise. It's unfair, unjust, okay? And that's why we have the 1% with all of the money and the rest of us broke and total. You can never gain capital if you don't know how to make it. It represents about 1% of etiquette. But yet, when you hear people mention the word etiquette, they first think, oh, I think about the forks and knives and spoons. But that's really just a very small part of what etiquette represents. As you can see with this fat book I have here. This is a European table setting. The reason it's a European table setting is because in England, or in Europe, most places, they drive on the left-hand side of the road. And the nobility in those countries decided 600 years ago that they're going to eat with their left hand as opposed to eating with their right hand. And the reason the nobility decided to do that is because they wanted to identify another nobleman as opposed to a peasant. See? We still have that same system here. It's called lower class, middle class, upper class, affluent class. We still have a class system. We have it over there, we have it here. The nobility did not want to be identified in any way, shape, or form with the peasants. So they had to design a new way of eating so I could see that you're a nobleman. They call it, you've been well bred. See? So they eat with their left hand as opposed to their right hand. So the forks are on the left hand side and the knives and spoons are on the right hand side of the dinner plate. Okay, so y'all don't know what I mean by courses. Courses is the number of individual meals you're going to be served. Like salad, soup, your main dinner, and your dessert. Those are individual courses. Now, the number you're going to be served is determined by the utensils on the table, because for each course, you have a select use of utensils for that particular course.
The common misconception for most people is that they take the napkin first and they place it, wherever they want to. So you start off with the napkin on the table. Correct.
Absolutely. First thing you do, well, there are signals. If you're in someone's home, it's always the host who starts the process off. You wait for the host to pick up his napkin, then you pick up your napkin. If you are at a public place like a restaurant, and the senior person at the table, you will wait for that person, the vice president or whoever, we wait for that person to pick up the napkin first, and you will do the same yourself. If you take a lady to lunch, you're the senior person, and so she's to follow your procedure. However, if she's paying for the lunch, then she is the one who picks up her napkin first, and you follow her. Okay, this is the daily game. This is how you do and you act and you behave every day. Now, one of the lessons I want to give you is about how to sit in a chair. Stop sitting like this. Okay? You can't get paid sitting like this. Stop sitting this way. They want to have a reason to not hire you. They're looking for a reason to not give you a job. Any little thing they can see you do that says no, because they got the system so rigged, for every job they got 30 applicants, okay? And the reason they got to have 30 applicants for every job is because they done stole most of the jobs. See, I'm old enough to remember there was help wanted signs everywhere. Walk around the neighborhood, old guys didn't know. Help wanted signs everywhere you turn. High school diploma, you can get paid. In my day, when I was a young man, they had a thing called cost of living that you got automatically. So if they raised the price of bread 2 cents, your check went up 2 cents. If they raised the price of gas a nickel, your paycheck went up a nickel. So if they had stolen that from us, took that from us, you'd be making about $28 an hour at minimum wage. Today, you would be making about $20, $30 an hour. Minimum wage, not 7. Hey, ain't they criminals? You can't tell me that ain't a mind of a criminal person to do something that audacious. And whatever your future plans are, etiquette should be a part of that.
To predict what lies ahead and to pick what to leave behind. I am reality. Reality of Christians that's not afraid to speak their mind. You see, I question God of answers I have yet to find. He told me to keep living and they will be revealed with time. I am reality. Reality of those demonized with principalities in the mind. Near-death experiences, close to 10 times. Dealing with the courts and going through a bit of divorce. Having lost the key with no remorse. I am reality. Reality of forgiveness that's being forced. Fasting and praying. Constantly restraining from sexual intercourse. That was a mental and spiritual healing. I said that was a mental and spiritual healing. I became much stronger. Gained more control of my feelings. Studied, worshipped, lit candles before kneeling. I am reality. Reality of being righteous as well as being evil. You see, what I sowed as a little child, I later started reaping. I remember being deceived, perpetrating. To the left, my hat would be leaning. I torched animals till they stopped breathing. Headed the wrong way with no fears of being beaten. I got older and started seeing the things my dad was preaching. Learning the hard way, my wisdom was increasing. I gained love from tough love that had me deeply thinking. I am reality. Reality of change and belief. The good and the bad. Living life too fast. You see y'all, I hit rock bottom, having everything to crash. I am reality. Reality of those that arise from a disastrous past. Having love and hate. I remember A pistol was pointed in my face. I had a strong urge to retaliate, leave him somewhere buried without a trace. You see, I had my little son to think about. Couldn't bear for me to catch a case and leave fatherless within this evil place. So I just wished the devil come and take him away. Or was I wrong for feeling that way? After going through so many pains and heartaches, being placed in situations with nowhere to escape, I remember my car was faced the opposite way on the Bishop Ford Expressway, coming head on, an 18-wheeler with no attempts to brake. You see, y'all, there was no time to pray. All I could do was bow my head and wait. But reality is that just Mike is still here today, living out my purpose and holding on to faith. I am reality. I am the reconciliation of all hate against enemies and race, having your mind in a murdering state. I am reality. I am that voice of the black nationality. All religions transform to spirituality. I am the book of Psalms with the Solomon's mentality. Poetry deep inside of a poetic gallery. I am calm to all of those that may have lost someone to a fatality. From birth, I was reality. I dealt with situations throughout my years that rattled. I maintained and became an inspiration to a generation of realities. I am peace, not war, so don't try to battle me. You see, you lose anyway trying to mentally wrestle me. I done spiritually died, came back alive, baptized with Calvary. I live my lives on both sides. I am reality of all my realities. So what each and one of you, because I am reality. And that's that peace. Hey, I'm just Mike, y'all.
Money is something that at a young age you learn to love. When you get a lot of it, you feel like you have risen above. When you lose it, you feel like you have broken your heart. And then when you have not a single penny, you don't know where to start.
I wrote this last night. It's called Who I Am Not to Be. Deep Spirit. I took that line, right the 3 lines behind it. Who am I not to be? Living in this world where nothing comes free. But I remember those who brought harm to me, and my peaceful harmony. I'm trying to maneuver the oppressor's game plan in order to become a better man for myself, with the knowledge of self, so I can help my people when they're dealt. And complete balance, they don't want to take me out. At the same time, who am I bringing myself down to?
I love to taste the hairs when it's in my mouth. I love to smell the hairs when it's in my house. And when you go into Harold's Chicken, all you wishing is for some gizzards or a 4-piece. I said, no, I ain't even gonna call in. Give me a 6-piece with a large Sprite. I don't want my chicken loose. I want it frog booty type.
Just a rap about God, so you know. All right. 7238004. Jesus the Savior is knocking at your door. When you let a man know, keep him out. Take a little time to see what he's about. If you don't know, you better read your Bible. You got an enemy, a real true rival. 66 books to tell it all. For every situation, both big and small. The clock is ticking. You better make up your mind. He's coming back. Nobody knows that ain't no time. He will return like the thief in the night. And the young get an old, better get it right. I said 7238004. This is something that no one can simply just ignore. Like the deepest ocean, the tallest mountain. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis is counting.
Good afternoon, brothers. Good afternoon. As Max said, my name is Sylvester Barr, and I'm going to spend some time today talking to you about developing some real ish. Smartest person in here. Which one of y'all think y'all smart? This brother back here says he's a smart dude. Hey man, could you come up front, sir, please? Y'all should have raised y'all hands. Y'all should have raised your hands. But that's okay. He's going to help me out. Now we're going to help these brothers out. Could you read this for me, man?
Yes. One part is readable was down here, 2004, Dred Scott Association, 14 South Mulberry Street, Marshall, Michigan, 49068. Phone number 269-967-7082. riceclock@vulgar.net.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Give him a round of applause. With all due respect, that wasn't it, dude. You have to start training your mind to do things differently in this world. If you're going to grow up to be a successful, viable black man in this world, you got to train your minds to do things differently. Now, when I asked this brother back here to read it, he picked this sheet of paper up and read it like you've been trained to read it. And you said that's the only thing readable. Well, there's your word.
Yes, sir.
Now, read this sheet. No, read it.
Look at it from a different angle.
Look at it from a different angle. Now, how did this brother say the only thing was readable was what he read? But guess what? He looked at it from a different angle. Today, we're going to talk about integrity, self-evaluation, and honesty. And when you hear me say, now that's, you respond with, now that's some real ish. Now that's some real ish. We're going to talk about integrity. And what is integrity? The quality of being honest and having strong principles and morals. Tony Dungy, who's an NFL coach, once said this: the choice between what's convenient and what's right is integrity. See, a lot of times we want to cut corners. We want to cheat on tests. We want to forget to take the dog out. We want to forget to do our chores. We want to do all the things that's convenient for us, but is it right? Now, there are 3 things I'm going to challenge you to do today for the rest of the weekend. I'm just going to tell you the weekend. Starting today and tomorrow, do these 3 things to build your integrity. First of all, stop blaming. For the next 2 days, don't blame. When your parent comes in and says, why is this that way? Stop saying, because. No, it's not because of anybody else, it's because of you. Integrity is about building yourself from the inside out. Secondly, stop complaining. We having chicken again? You know, you don't have to have anything. You could go on a permanent fast if they choose to. So stop complaining about what's offered to you, what's delivered to you. You didn't get those gym shoes that Mr. Wright was talking about the day you wanted them, but guess what? Just like God, you may not have got them when you wanted, but guess what? You got them on time. So stop complaining about what you don't have and just rejoice in the things that you do have. And lastly, stop criticizing. Stop criticizing your peers. Stop criticizing your classmates. Stop criticizing your parents. And lastly, stop being critical of yourself. All right, the second phase of our ish that we're going to talk about is self-evaluation and self-respect. Now that's some real ish. We're going to talk about pride, confidence in oneself, feeling good about yourself, honoring yourself. See, a lot of times we don't demonstrate self-respect, but yet we want people to respect us. We can't demand respect, we can't ask for respect until we demonstrate respect. Blaming, complaining, and criticizing. All right? You're not doing that for the next 2 days. You're going to start building integrity. You're going to start owning your own stuff. If there's any problem between you, a sibling, you, a friend, you, a parent, you, a teacher, it doesn't matter. Don't get caught up in anger, rolling your eyes, cursing under your breath, whatever you do. Don't get caught up in that. There are only 3 things you can do. The first thing you say, can I accept this? Can I change this? Or am I out? That's the first thing you got to do. In self-evaluation, there are several principles I want you to do. First of all, respect your passion. What you're passionate about, don't let anybody deter you from it. That's self-respect. Secondly, take care of you. Self-respect is about, I'm going to get mine. I'm not going to wait for my mother. I'm not going to wait for my father. I'm not going to wait for my coach. I'm not going to wait for my teacher. I'm going to do what I need to do to go get mine. Now, everybody in here knows what honesty is all about. Honesty is nothing more than being truthful, loyal, and fair. That's all honesty is. Now, the characters of honesty I want to go over with you very quickly are, first of all, Confess your faults. Next, apologize if you're wrong. It does not make you less of a man. It puts you in a position to be more of a man. Next, fulfill an obligation. Fulfill an obligation. I could have easily, like the young man called Mr. Right this morning, I could have easily called in and said, dude, I overslept. I'm not gonna make it. No. I'm gonna fulfill an obligation because of my integrity, because of my self-respect, and because of my honesty. I'm going to make sure I fulfill an obligation. Next, keep an agreement. When you say you're gonna do something, do it. So when you agree to vacuum the living room floor and they go to work, guess what? They expect you to vacuum their floor. When they return and it's not done, you didn't keep your agreement. And lastly, ask for help. These are some of the most difficult things for us as males to do in this world. If you don't know it, be honest. Hey man, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that says. Always surround yourself with people that know more than you do. And humble yourself to learn from them. I want you to learn this one thing. You don't have to worry about being better than anybody in this world except the person you were yesterday. Don't ever get comfortable. Never allow your good to be the enemy of your great. Always know that you can be better. Always know that you can be greater. Now that's some real ish. Some real ish. Thank you.
Okay, the reason I brought my son to this event is because my neighbor, Derek, invited us. And once I got here, I was really ecstatic about what I heard and that he heard, and know that this program will enrich his life, because it has really been a blessing to me today. I think I'm more excited about being here than he is, but I'm just looking forward to putting everything, implementing everything when I get home. And may God continue to bless it so that it will be a blessing to our community, our young men.